Hey guys, what's up? So, first off, I apologize for the shit audio. I'm recording this on my phone. So I asked you guys to send me some of your fetishes, and I thought I would just go through and try and think of all of the different fetishes that I have ever heard people have. Not that I've just heard exist, but that I've personally interacted with people that have it. Because I feel like if I'm just talking about stuff that exists, then I don't know, it's not as fun to me. But anyway, without further ado, here we go. So when I was camming on my free cams, there was, oh my god, so many people would just tell me all of the weirdest stuff. The weirdest one that I remember was a guy who liked when girls put slices of cheese on their boobs or their butt. I don't know. It's a weird one. I don't understand that one. Let's see what else. I've had a few different guys who like armpits, which is another one I don't really get. I mean, I guess I kind of get it. I guess it can look like a butt crack, but or like cleavage or something, but like I don't know. There's another one. I've had guys that like farts. I've had guys that like burps. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I've had guys that have like a voyeur fetish. Let me go grab my iPad so that I can see what you guys sent me, because it might make me think of a few more, because I'm drawing a blank right now. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I post too much on Tumblr, holy shit, I have to scroll so far down. Oh, there's a lot of guys that have a fetish for facials, which, I mean, that's not surprising. It's not too weird of a fetish, you know? Okay, cigarette fetish. Yeah, smoking fetish. Yeah, that one I definitely agree with. It's disgusting, but like, I don't know what to say about that. It's hot. I don't know. Okay, someone sent me one that said, a fetish for sex acts in super casual settings, which that makes sense to me, like, I guess because it's just like kind of unexpected, but yeah, I've definitely seen tons of porn about that, so obviously that's a big one that people have. Oh, obviously, like, foot fetish. I have a lot of guys who have like nail fetishes or like hand fetish. I've got like two different guys when I have like black nail polish, and then I have these other group of guys that like when I have white nail polish, but like, I don't know, they don't really like red, which is what you would expect, but no. Oh, fucking in public or a risky place. Yep, that one also makes sense to me. Oh, yep, rape fetish, which that one also makes sense to me because as long as it's consensual. Anyway, I got someone that sent me an ask that said they had a thing for winking, which I thought was interesting, but it makes sense. I like that. There's definitely guys that have a fetish for like shaving, which I've always found weird, but they're like obsessed with like you being as bald as possible, which is like, I don't know. It teeters on interesting territory, if you know what I mean. Fetish for when a girl watches my penis while orgasming. This is so getting demonetized. I don't even. Watching people change clothes, not peeping. I think probably in the same realm as the sex acts in like casual settings. I think it's probably under that same kind of realm of thought process. Someone said they had a fetish for peeing, like watching girls pee and not, what was I saying? I got really distracted by this ask. Oh yeah, not peeing on someone, it's just watching girls pee in general, which is interesting. No judgment here though. I'm genuinely just interested in all of it, okay? Just saying. I love how this person worded this ask. I feel like this is kind of common, but I have a rape fetish. super common. I mean, it kind of is. It's one of the more common fetishes, I guess. Oh, someone said they have a fetish for pubic hair. Interesting. Fetish for, just, I guess this is more of fantasy, but just having a threesome with another guy, like 2 guys and a girl. What's that called? Fucking Eiffel Tower her. I have a guy that's like obsessed with lipstick, which, I mean, that makes sense to me. Someone also said that when they found me, they discovered they had a fetish for accentuation of hips to waist ratio. Oh yeah, there's a lot of guys that have a fetish for like dirty talking. I've met a lot of guys that like jerk off instructions. What else? Met guys who have an incest fetish, which again teeters on those lines. That is, you always want to watch those people sometimes. I mean, no judgment. Again, like, it's fine as long as you're like not crossing those lines. But as long as it's all just make-believe, it's okay. I've also met a few guys that are just like really obsessed with lolly. I met one guy that really liked tentacle porn. I haven't actually met too many people that like tentacle porn. If you like tentacle porn, explain it to me, please. Cuckold fetish. There's a lot of people that are into like BDSM and like daddy dom little girl or like age play. I know like a lot of those people because I used to like be kind of in that community for a hot second when I first started doing sex work. I met this one guy that was really into like getting girls high, and that was his fetish. He just liked to watch them be like really high, which again is one of those that's like, is it creepy? I don't know. But I mean, he was fine, so I don't think he meant it in a creepy way at all, but still. Oh, I collect men that have fetishes. No, I'm just kidding. I've met a lot of guys that have like yoga pants fetish or like leggings, really tight shorts, that kind of stuff, where it's like basically if it gives you like a camel toe, they like it. When a girl gets cum in her eyes, which I've had a few people request me for deals like that, and I'm just like, oh, I'm good, thanks. Fun as that sounds, I'm good. Bobby socks. A naked girl wearing just socks. That's a new one. I have not heard the one that's that specific as far as foot fetish goes yet. I mean, it's kind of in the same realm, I think. Someone said they have a fetish for tomboys, like girls with long hair and a baseball cap. And wearing baggy clothes. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. I swear. There's a lot of guys that have like an anal fetish. Like they're just like obsessed with assholes, and I'm like, cause like, I don't know, in my experience, pussy is just so much better. Like, come on. I guess like for me, when I have sex with girls, specifically not when I'm having sex with guys, but when I have sex with girls, I just like watching their reactions to stuff. So like, I mean, I guess you do get quite the reaction out of anal, but it's, not my thing. Okay, I think that's all that I got sent on Tumblr. So let me try and think of a few more. I've met a few guys that are really into breeding, which is a very creepy fetish. And yeah, I mean, like, well, I guess I get that one, but I also really do not get the attraction to like pregnant women. Ball busters, where you like just kick them really hard in the nuts. I've always found that one to be very weird because like, oh, feels like that would be like asking to get kicked in the spleen or something. Like, no thank you, I'm okay. Like, it's like asking to get punched in the face. I don't know. There's been tons of guys that have like a humiliation fetish that want me to like make small of their tiny little dicks, and damn it, so many people are gonna jerk off to that. Fuck. Actually, there's a lot of guys that get like a kick from trolling girls. I've met a few guys that get off to that, and they've admitted to me that they get off to that because they were trolling other people, and I was like, do you get off to this? Because why are you doing it so much? It's not that entertaining. So yeah, that made a lot more sense to trolling after I figured that one out. There's pay pigs, which is guys that just want to be like financially dominated. Financially? Yeah, I said that right. I don't know what I'm thinking it's supposed to sound like. I think I was thinking like financially. Okay, I'm confusing myself now. I don't. You know when you say a word like over and over again and it starts to lose meaning? That's happening now. So I'm gonna just stop. But yeah, so there's these guys that just want you to like spend all their money and treat them like shit, which okay. If you want me to. Oh, there's tons of guys that have like a teenage fetish. There's this one guy who had there's one guy on my free cams that has like a puffy jacket fetish, which I think is so interesting. Oh, there's been guys that like brushing girls' hair. That's a weird one to me. Or like washing your hair. I think that's all I can really think of that I've actually met people that are into it. Because, I mean, there's a bunch more fetishes that I could think of, but nothing that I've actually met someone that actually likes that. But if you guys want me to, like, get into each one of those a little bit more, I can do a video on each of them individually and, like, get more into the psychology behind it as far as I can tell, because it's really interesting to me. And I think that's one of the things I really like about being a sex worker is that people's inhibitions are lowered and they like tell you this kind of stuff. And in most relationships you're not gonna have those boundaries down that far unless it's like a romantic relationship. Yeah, I just really find it interesting to learn about like how people are on a day-to-day basis, and then like what their dirty little secrets are too, because it gives you a lot more insight into the person. So yeah, but also I wanted to address this really quickly because I got an ask and then I got a request to address it. So I got an ask saying that someone had a fetish for like trans girls. So basically where I fall on this is that like typically unless you have an established relationship where this is okay, typically fetishizing someone's identity is like a no-go. Fetishizing someone for their race typically is not seen as the best thing. And I'm not saying you can't have an attraction or a preference or something, like that's fine. You do you. But when you turn it into like a fetish, makes you view whatever the thing is a lot differently. And so if you're seeing a whole person as just a fetish and you're just kind of shrinking them down to just being that thing, it can feel dehumanizing and typically it's like offensive. But if you were going to look for a trans girl that was doing fetish work that was specifically targeting that demographic that really likes trans girls, then that's fine. And then, like, do you. That's your business relationship now. But I just want to make it clear that it can sound really offensive if you don't explain yourself more and validate that they're also like a person and that that's not the only thing about them. Just thought I would clear that up. Alright, that's all I gotta say. This was a shorter video, but I just thought it would be a fun one, and yeah. Let me know what your fetishes are down in the comments, or what you thought of the ones that I listed. Be nice. No judgment here, okay? All fetishes are fine, as long as you're not breaking the law, and it's consensual. That's my only rules, okay? Alright. See you guys in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, follow me on my social media so you can see what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis, and also see my nudes because I do post them on there. So yeah, enjoy. See you in the next video. Bye.